Hello, welcome to our weekly live stream with Robert Rother. I hope you can hear and see me, that everything is working well. On YouTube already, people joining on Discord also. Yeah, for everyone who doesn't know me yet, please feel free to ask anything that you like and just give me, yeah, whatever you want to know. So, some words about myself. My name is Robert Rother. I started trading almost 30 years ago, at the age of 13. I set up my first investment company at the age of 17 with two partners in Frankfurt, Germany. They were actually also my mentors who taught me how to run an investment firm. And then I sold my shares in that company. And in 2004, I moved to China, where I set up a second investment company with a Chinese partner together, where I managed over 150 million US dollars. And if you're quite successful in China, you always get some sort of trouble with the Chinese government. Look at Jack Ma, for example, the founder of Alibaba. Just before he went public with his company, biggest IPO ever, he got arrested. Yeah. And something similar happened to me too, just on another scale, much smaller. I was detained in May 2011 for outsmarting the Chinese finance system. And then, well, my journey went from 3.5 years in a detention center to 7 years and 7 months in a Chinese prison. I was released in December 2018, and then I wrote a book. It's called Dragon Years in German. We also working on an English language book, and I'm also writing my second Chinese trading book and a book about my prison life. Yeah, currently I am running through two communities, one in German, one in English, and we are focusing on prop firm and copy trading systems. If you are here on YouTube and if you do not have Bookmap license yet, I suggest you can use my affiliate link. You get a special offer and join. I will post it here, and join the Bookmap community, and you can get access to Discord. Yeah, I can also show you this here. We have an own Discord channel also with the name Robert Rother, and I'm posting my trading recaps every day, what I'm doing, so that you can get an understanding about my strategies, also about my losses and my wins. I'm trying to do this almost every day, so you will be up to date on that. Also some certificates of payouts from Apex, and I'm also under probation status from Apex. That means I cannot do much right now because sometimes you hit the bank, yeah. So then, most important, the general disclosure: all Bookmap limited materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice or recommendations. Trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. So now the official part is done, and we can go to the markets. But now let me check here on Discord and YouTube. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Give me 1 second here. Sometimes you have to arrange your screens. Yeah. Rizo, hello. Nice to see you. Steven, good morning. Nice to see you also. Yeah, also about yesterday during the German live stream, trading did not go well. I made some losing trades, but then at the end I still recovered all my losses. I ended up in a profitable day. I did not make a trading recap yesterday because I was simply too tired. I was still suffering from a little flu. And I also have a lot of visitors. My mom is here on the island and other friends, so I'm quite busy. Now I don't know if you just saw it. We had here something like data latencies. I don't like that for trading. First of all, we check here the situation, and I have to adjust my VWAPs. There are many things you can do this all automatically, but I definitely always emphasize this. I'm doing this manually because it gives me a certain feeling for the market situation. Yeah. When I started trading, I draw my charts on on paper, yeah, with a pencil, and every minute or every 5 minutes I draw a new bar from a bar chart. You had to get a feeling for that. This is how I learned it. And also, during the middle of the 90s or end of 90s, internet was still new, probably for many people or the younger generations. They cannot imagine this, but internet was expensive. We had to pay by the minute, and we did not have this internet speed, so it was an expensive hobby. So now the VWAPs are loading, and then the next thing that we also have to do is checking the economical calendar. I'm getting this information from Trading Economics. I like this website because it's sleek, simple, easy. Yeah. And we had building permits here at 2:30. This is Central European time. This is an 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Housing starts, building permits. I do not care about the numbers. I just want to know that we have some news here, that something is going to happen. And initial jobless claims, so there was something going on. What is important for me? I know there are some news, so I try to maybe enter anchored VWAP here because might be interesting for trading. Then at 2:45, ECB press conference, European Central Bank. I mean, we saw yesterday some strange moves. Just before, China said that that they are willing to negotiate some tariffs with the government, U.S. government, and then the market jumped up. But what we can see here, if we look at 2:30, it's 2 o'clock, 2:30. Not much happened here, so we can see a spike here. It's not that interesting here, so there are no surprises to do anything. So here, Bob, Eliza, good morning, best greetings. I have to answer some questions here. 1 second. Let's see if there are still some surprises here in the market from the liquidity side at 5,250 or 5,500 and 1,250. I do not think that we reach this today. There was also a big order. That's very funny. Since many weeks, there's a huge order at 4,300 something with 6,600 lots. I don't know what this means. Let's wait and see. But this order is there for a long time. So let's have a look at the bigger picture here. This was yesterday's trading day, so we're going to delete many of these VWAPs. They were actually quite helpful yesterday, but today is a new day. Yeah, also this one, this one, this one, this line, and we are going to add a VWAP here at market opening. This is at midnight Central European time. So settings, I'm calling this always day VWAP. This is also the same one here on Bookmap that you can see basically this yellow line here. Starting at market opening, you can see there is a break. This is 1 hour break. And then the market starts, and this is where I go to edit VWAP. Data latency, I don't like that. Not a good sign. because it simply means that the rhythmic data connection is not fast enough. And if I place an order, I'm always lacking like 1 or 2 seconds. You really have to be careful about this sort of thing, and do not go with market orders or something like this into the market. Always have your brackets order activated, yeah. Stop loss, take profit, very important. Yesterday I was trading with 16 ticks, take profit, stop loss 10, but maybe we can also increase this to 17, because if the reason how I determine is you have to look at the volatility index, the VIX. That is very important. We had a VIX last week of 50 or 60. That is very, very high and extremely difficult to trade. Yesterday we are trading around 30. That's still very high. Just to compare it, before we were always trading around 15 or 16. That is, you have to put this into your trading consideration to determine your stop loss and take profit. Hello, Steven. Nice to see you again. Hello, Suman K. Good morning or good afternoon here in Europe. So if we continue looking here, what we can see is we are up 0.3%. So one interesting thing or one good thing to do is always check the settlement price. Yeah. This one you can find on the website of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. You go to Markets, E-mini S&P, Settlements, and under Settle you find it 305.75. And then I'm going to add this to the chart. 305.75. This is always an interesting turnaround point. It's there. And we also have the second standard deviation. So if the market goes to this level, I would definitely look for a pullback to trade this. Mike Holzmann, hello, nice to see you also again. So we are now here just before market opening. I'm looking for trading opportunities. Yesterday basically I had a perfect trade within 1 minute. Actually I should have stopped trading and I reached my profit goal, but then also I wanted to do some more trades and greed overcame me, and then I got into a losing streak. That's always not good, my own mistake. And then I had to suffer and work longer. Otherwise, if you have one good trade, simply stop trading. Yeah. Rezo with 10 ticks. SL it's really difficult to trade. I got stopped out many times, and after that market moves into. Yeah, Rezo, that is absolutely correct. And this is always what I say. You have to look at the volatility index. This is a measurement, the benchmark of how to set up your stop loss. I personally am not willing to risk more than 10 ticks. And then you simply have to trade smarter and more carefully, and you have to accept these losses. But on the other hand, I can also have a much higher take profit. So I have a better risk to reward ratio. So now we look here. For a little up move, I would look if I can get a short trade here just before it's a day VWAP, before market opening. Let's see if this can work out. Or switch to another account or simulator. Yeah, I personally do not like sim trading. Doesn't make sense for me because you simply do not have the emotions. I mean, to learn and to practice with the software is absolutely okay, but on the other side it's for me, because you miss the most important part. This is emotions. Now I have a data latency of I have to cancel everything from 29 seconds, so I really have to pay attention here. This is not good. 30 seconds, so I cannot trade with this latency here of half minute. Data latency of 33 seconds. This is, yeah. I simply have to wait. Let's see what's going on here with Rhythmic. Maybe it's just because, yeah, tomorrow. Anyway, tomorrow is day off. It's Good Friday in the United States. In Germany, it's called Karfreitag. And on Monday, there is also, yeah, even also in Germany is public holiday, or mostly also in Europe, not in the United States, but there's also no trading for me. Yeah, Rizo, this is really depends on the location sometimes. Yeah, some people have problems and other people don't have problems. This is today I have this problem here. Maybe it will be resolved within short time period, but with a data latency of 24 seconds, I cannot trade. You have to imagine if I place now an order here, the market is already gone, yeah. But now it's getting better. Here 16. I mean, it has to be 0 normally, yeah. Suman, what about trading stop? Is it advisable to use it for ES trading? Let me put it this way: the trailing stop feature that we have here works differently. If you have a Rhythmic account, it means that if the market goes one tick into your direction, your trailing stop loss will also already move one tick. I tried this before. I do not like that because sometimes the market needs more space to move. If you could, let's say you click this here and you put this on 5, that would mean the market goes 5 ticks in your direction and then the trading stop loss will start to move. But that is not working with Rhythmic. It cannot, it's not allowed from the system side, yeah. So in that case, for me, I do not use this automatic trailing function. I'm doing it manually. Since I'm also trading with very short stop loss, most of the time I'm simply in or out in a very short moment. Yeah. Many trades of mine do not last longer than a minute. Actually, already 1 minute I'm getting nervous. Alex Brigaldi, hello, welcome to see you here on YouTube. And everyone who's on YouTube, please do not forget to like this channel. So now data latency is 1.5 seconds. It's getting better. Still struggling. I still would try to place an order here at the day VWAP. So some liquidity popping up. But I will take out this order just before market opening. So let's see if we can get the stream here. See some liquidity coming in here. This is 328. It's interesting. I would also try to place a long trade here. It's a liquidity. These were very good trades during the last days, just before 1 tick or 2 ticks. There. But these trades are only valid for another 6-7 minutes, and then if I get a fill, then going to take them out. So, jetzt haben wir hier einen Trade bekommen, wie wir gerade sehen, ratzfatz, und wir haben Data Latency 17 seconds, das ist natürlich wieder, that's, sometimes though, forgive me when I speak German and English at the same time, I'm really confused, normally I speak more English than German, and then I get messed up. So, data latency, I just can let this trade run here, you know, it doesn't make sense if I do anything here. This is a screwed situation. The only good thing is that the orders are on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, so they are locked in the system, so don't do anything. And this is now very unlucky. I did not get here my fill just before my take profit. You know, in a situation like this, you really have to know your orders are at the exchange. If you try to play around here right now, you only mess up things with the data latency. You are protected. Ivan Gutstek, hello, I'm new here. Are you trading only purely with Bookmap? I'm using Bookmap for my trading execution and for my scalping, but I also use other systems like TradingView, for example, to get a bigger picture of the situation. Yeah, you have to do that. Bookmap is solely for the order flow, and that I can trade through this. Yeah, very efficiently. Yeah. So now we're getting stopped out, I believe, and we were unlucky here. Alex Bugatti, Robert, have you tried the pooling staking plugin from Bookmap Marketplace? I've been using it with your technique and it's been awesome, mate. It's 1,600 pre-session and Qt. The pooling staking plugin from Bookmap, no, I did not use this yet. I have to check into that. But I'm always, Alex, happy to get good advice, you know. I'm always open for new ideas in trading. This is why I also do these live streams, because I really like the feedback of other traders and I always try to improve my trading. So now I should get stopped out, still not here. Data latency, this is screwed here. Tom Quimby, living in Europe, does that to English speakers you put in Spanish, German and French words get very confusing for the listeners when I yeah, Tom, well, I have exactly, this is our daily life, you know, this is sometimes I dream in English, I think in English, I write in English, and then when I have to speak German, I'm getting completely, it's messed up situation. Yeah, so you can understand our problems and confusions. Yeah. So now we got stopped out here, and I'm going to cancel the other trade before market opening. Yeah, unlucky here. Actually, good trade, but you can see the data latency here. Yeah. We did not get. Now you walk into my take profit. Just stop me out by one tick, and now you go into my take profit. Screw you, market. You know, this is a trader's life, yeah. Yeah, Rezo, yeah. This is, I do not want to use these words, but it is really, it's like this. And again, now data latency 24 seconds, this is not Not good. Anvayon Asrovovic, Bookmap Live Gold on YouTube has been down for a long time. Why is this happening? What do you mean with Bookmap Live Gold? I do not. Do you mean the gold future? Or to explain this a little bit further, Paranai recently had a low volume of trades in the futures market. Is there a way to tell before market open if we are going to have a low volume day? We're looking at VIX help with this. Yeah, Parent, definitely look every time at the VIX. If we have a very high VIX, we have basically low volume on the order side and a lot bigger fluctuation or chopping market situation. Yeah, that is the case. VIX is the most important indication of. It's not the total volume we're talking about, but the volume here on the order book side. Yeah. Try to read the VIX every day. This is one of the most important trading or benchmarks. It's not an indicator, it's just a benchmark to give me an idea where are we right now, and how I can, or how I have to adjust my stop loss and my take profits. Also, if you trade and you think your trading strategy is not working anymore, most of the case it's not like that. It's simply traders do not pay attention to the volatility index, or most of them they even don't know that, and that is a big problem. So now you can see here I have big data problems. Connection restored here for market opening. AD, I have a question, please. Yesterday around 3:30, SPY was at 5:20, and I was looking at an SPX call option expiring on the same day, which was 0.8 cents each. The contract climbed up to $14. Yes, and AD, what is your question now? Result, that's what I meant. Stop on Robert, you said that CL works better with VWAPs, but why are you avoiding CL for trading? I'm not avoiding CL for trading, Rezo. We're actually trading this with our algos. And right now, if I day trade, I am trading the S&P since 30 years. Yeah. I was also trading the big ES. Most of the traders don't know this anymore, but there was a S&P future that had $250 per point, and you could only trade it by phone. Yeah, it's a CME. I think only Scott Pulcini here knows this from the Bookmap educators, because he was on the trading floor. And I have a feeling for that market. If I look now at CL also, it's too much information for me. You really have to focus on one thing. It's like you play 2 football games at the same time. It's too busy for me, you know. And you also make too many trades. There are times when you can say that the ES is working very well, and or the CL is working very well. The strategy that I'm using is working in every market, yeah. You have to find the market and the time that is most suitable for you right now. That is the that is what you have to define for yourself. There is no right, there is no wrong. Find that market that fits for you best. And this is really nasty here, you know. So now market opened, and let's see. I would still, we have no data latency, try to get a short trade here at the day VWAP. There. for a quick trade. So let's see here. We have the liquidity at 13. That might be also interesting. Going to try this also here below the liquidity. This is Rezo regarding your question with the high volatility. Sometimes you really have to know where to place your order. If you have this sweeps and you place your order maybe here, you get stopped out. So try to place it a little bit lower, because we assume that we already have a bigger yeah, sweep, I'm calling this. Do LIT members can use those algos as well? These algos are listed on there are right now, we are trading this with real money, yeah, with our personal capital. They will be listed on a special copy trading website where you can basically connect your accounts with that, and we are getting a performance fee. This is also regulated by the German Securities and Regulatory Commission, or called BaFin, yeah. But they are not, they are already working and they are trading, but they are not, they do not have the approval yet. So we still have to wait a little bit to get the approval for that. Probably another 1 or 2 months. This is Germany here. But we want to do it on the right track, that we are on the safe side, yeah, so to say. And actually our gold trading strategy made now over 100% within 2 weeks. It's crazy. I mean, we really got always the big and best moves, yeah. So now this is going to be, okay, now we are in. So let's see if we can see the pullback. It doesn't look that market struggling here. Oh, just give me now the pullback here. So a little bit higher. Yeah, come on, baby. Yeah, okay, good. Now we're already in a profitable zone. That's it. I like that. And now you can see the market is still continuing moving, but that is not my business. My business in trading is simply to detect when algorithms are going to buy and sell. And also here, if you look at this, if I would be in here, 13, I would probably be stopped out here, you know, Rezo? You can see this. Maybe I think I would be stopped out here if I place my buy limit order. So this is how you have to think and behave, yeah, according to certain volatility situations. And also, best greetings here to Thailand, to Pattaya, to my good old friend Christian. He is an asset manager. Yeah, I visited him 2 weeks ago, or no, not tomorrow, 1 month ago, in his yeah, villa in Pattaya. It was really, really nice. So there are some more questions here. Do you use Bookmap CVD at all in your trading? No, Parin, I do not use cumulative volume data. Not using that. For me personally, for my trading decisions, it doesn't make any sense. or it doesn't bring me any advantage. Yeah. Also, if you use CVD, it depends really on your time frame. Yeah. Since I'm really short-term trader, you can see here I go in at this level. It was 15:33 and 25 seconds, and I'm out at 33:55 seconds. Yeah, 25 to 55, 30 seconds. This is basic. This is already a long trade. Many times I really in and out within 3-4 seconds. Yeah, because I know if the market is touching this level, algorithms are going to buy or to sell. Depends on, like here on the VWAP. They are going to act there. And this is going very fast. Also here, this is basically also a nice trade around the 22.15 the ES, and we have this pullback. Same thing here. There's a reason why markets are stopping here, because the VWAP, volume weighted average price, is simply a benchmark. As I had my investment company in China, you have to think like that. I wanted to, or I had an order, I had to buy like 100,000 shares of company XYZ, but the daily trading volume was only 10,000 shares. So you cannot simply go there and say, I want to buy 100,000 shares now. No, it does not work like that. Then I would, the market would, I would move the stock, the price too much. So I had my traders and I told them, okay, we have to buy this amount of shares during this time period, but we need a fair value. But what is a fair value? How do you determine that? And for this you use the volume weighted average price as a benchmark. So if I want to buy the ES right now and I buy below VWAP, it's the trader gets a bonus. If he would buy above VWAP, it would be too expensive. Then he doesn't get anything. So the traders in a hedge fund, for example, they are not trading like we do. They simply have to execute the orders from their boss to the best price. And to determine the best price, we have the VWAP, and then we can yeah, pay them according to their bonus. It's not about profit or loss. This is what they're doing. It's simply about execution. Hello Shira, nice to see you here. Welcome. My Boltzmann, your brackets were now SL10 ticks and take profit 7 ticks. Yes, correct. Today, yeah, according to the volatility index, I'm using this. Alex Rigaldi, today should be a great day to trade. We are in trading within yesterday's value. Great for scalping VWAP. Yeah, I mean, it looks good right now, yeah, Alex. I know there are people look at the volume profile, and we're in the value area. My trading partner, Peter, is also an expert in that thing. But for me, really, for my trading part, it does not really matter. I'm just looking at liquidity zones, VWAPs, standard deviations, and if you look at the bigger picture, settlement price at 0575. This is definitely another trade. I'm already placing my order there. 0575. Settlement price is the... Why is the settlement price important? Because the funds, banks, they have to adjust their margin requirements according to the settlement price. And every time the market goes to this area, we have sort of pullback. And now let's see if we can get this one here exactly at the settlement price. And then they're going to buy here right now, the algorithms. 80, sorry, I hit the correct limit. No problem. I regret not pulling the trigger. Would Bookmap make it easier for me to take the trade? Would I have been able to influence the climb of SPY from 520 to 526? Okay, let me put it this way, AD. For trading, especially scalping, the fast way that I'm doing this, I believe Bookmap is the best software. This is why I'm also using it. And it has the best execution. And also what I'm doing here, we have a trade copier, yeah? Settings, configurations. Since I'm trading prop firm accounts, yeah, we have the trade copier here, so I can trade 10 up to 20 accounts with Apex. Yeah, I'm trading currently 10 accounts. So what you see here, what I'm doing right now, I'm doing that on 10 accounts at the same time. And the problem with the trade copiers, there are many softwares that have big problems with that. But Bookmap is the most stable one where you can actually use your trade copier without having any complications. I developed this trade copier together with Bookmap last year. Took some time according to my needs. So I'm happy with that. And for that short-term trading, I can say Bookmap is for me the most efficient software. But I always say you must like the software, you must like the handling, it must fit to your style of trading and to your personality. It's same like, I mean, some men like blonde, other one brunette, other one red hair ladies, yeah. So you have to find the one that you like and that you can work with and that you can make money with. For me, it's Bookmap. Yeah, Rezo, you already writing it here. I moved to Bookmap. And also William, the trade copier is great. Yeah, the trade copier is stable. That is the most important thing. You need a stable software. I hear this from many other traders and who are using different softwares. I will not say any names, but you always have problems with the execution. Sometimes things are getting executed, other things not. As always, then you have open orders, then your accounts are being crashed. You always have this sort of trouble. Yeah, Alex, Bookmap is awesome. Give you clarity of market and fast execution. Yes, exactly like that. It is, that is, yeah, it's like that. What should I say? This is why I'm working together with them for many, many years already. So now let's see if we can get a trade here at the day VWAP. If you hear my voice is always a little bit gone, I'm still having a small flu, but so, and here we have this session viewer, but I'm not going to take a trade here because I want to see that the market is basically moving away from it. But if I say this now, probably now we're getting the pullback here. We see action is coming, would have worked out, but here I would not have gotten the trade because my buy limit order would be one tick lower. But if it would have worked. So now we have the next test here. Normally the second test is not very good. So now we could see also the second move did not work. This is why I don't take this trade. Now we simply wait for settlement price, or we catch this VWAP trade here. So now, well, yeah, we simply wait now. Okay, maybe we get no execution here at settlement price. So 14 here. I mean, just for, we can add an anchored VWAP at the high, and you will see that the highs basically are trailing around the VWAP price. Yeah? Omar Patel, nice to see you again. Hey, I just joined. Hope you feel better. Can you recap what you are currently setting up? Omar, yeah. Basically, I'm just waiting here for a trade at the day VWAP, starting at market opening and at the settlement price. You could also take a trade here. Yeah, it's just a trade, you know. At the VWAP from this high and at the session VWAP to get an now we can see here, this is the initial, this is basically what you can see. The market immediately goes to VWAP and we have this sort of a algorithmic buying and selling. Yeah, see here exactly, and also here again, and the market is getting very choppy now, to say. So we simply try this trade. Either we are very in and out very quickly. It's just one trade, yeah. So now we are in. Let's see what the market is doing. Jumping around at VWAP. Now we see the sell-off. They're very good. We're going break even. Oh, we're already out. So this is algorithmic buying. Now 287 times 10, so $2,800. Very simple trading, you know, you just sit here, wait like a sniper. You know that this is going to happen. I know this. This is simply programming trading, algo trading. So in, out, maybe one more trade here. Evo Inc. Eat raw ginger root twice a day for 2-3 days. Yeah, I'm already drinking ingwer tea. I know ingwer is very good. I like it. Jahavi, my heat map doesn't look like that. I have no heat areas. Well, maybe you ask this question to the Bookmap Discord channel. Maybe if you just change this like this here, you can change the color. Yeah, I like it very dark. The only important thing, you can make it here bigger, the dots. or smaller. I like it more small. This is something that you have to configure by yourself. That would be my first idea. So now let's see, market goes there to see if we catch another trade here. We are in. This looks very strong. Okay, next sell-off is coming. Not much right now. We need another pull to the downside. Okay, then it's probably a trend. Change of trend. Yeah, stopped out. Okay, but what we could see is here, we had the touch, we had this pullback, it was simply not enough. And then direction is changing. Yeah, so if I know this, I'm adding an anchored VWAP here. And use this as a reference. Oh, okay, now I got stopped out here again by the, yeah. Now you run into my take profit, yeah. Yeah, now the market went exactly into my take profit and read, so this is exactly the same thing. Yeah, it's a tight stop loss, but yeah, unlucky again. But anyway, it's about how to make money, yeah, and we are still profitable, so everything is okay. Yeah, and again, yeah. But always remember, it's only a trade of thousands of trades per year. And there are also different times when you really, when it also works into your favor, yeah. So many times I was very lucky with these sort of trades. I'm now up 146 USD per account. There's 162, 146 is minus commission. It's all okay. Might be, look here, it's a bigger picture. Interesting to go long here at this VWAP from the low. Might be wait a little bit. Oh, sweep to the upside. Now it's getting interesting here with all these highs. Reason would you say that we have a change of trend? Honestly, I don't know. Also, I don't care. It's not my business, trend trading, yeah. Always understand what is your business in trading. Why are you doing that? If you cannot say this in one sentence, what you are doing in the markets, you lose. Define what you are doing within one sentence. Omar, can you explain the anchor points for your VWAP and what it provides for your entry analysis? The anchor points basically are high and lows of the day and news, for example, market opening. We have two market openings. The first one is the exchange trading hours, yeah, and then the RTH, the regular trading hours. These are anchor points. And these are the most important VWAPs here. This is the session VWAP, I'm calling this. This means it's starting at market opening, regular trading hours, which is 9:30 Eastern time. And this is the day VWAP, is starting at, what is this, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And you can see always it has some sort of influence to the algorithmic trading. If we have certain news releases and the market really is reacting on that, I'm also setting a anchored VWAP there. So I have a sort of reference point where the big banks are going to buy and sell. Always try to think from the point of view as an institutional trader. So now, let's say you are a trader, Omar, and you have to place now 100,000 contracts here. How are you going to do that? What's the fair price? For example, there are some news releases and according to our analyst team, blah, 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 we believe the market will go up within the next 6 months. Yeah, just an example. So now we have to buy from our pension fund 1 million contracts. This is like a daily trading volume. You cannot just put here 1 million contracts. It doesn't work like that. So then they will tell the trader team, okay, we have to buy 1 million contracts at a fair price. What is a fair price? How to determine what is fair and what is not fair after the news release. And then VWAP is coming into play. Hey, Alex Brigali, thank you very much. You also have a great weekend and we see each other next week, yeah? Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what I did here, Rezo. I set an anchored VWAP here, that's a reference point, but you can see it's not strong here. Session VWAP might be interesting. I'm going to try it here. Catch a long trade. Loki, hello. Hey Robert, you once said you will be able to introduce the VWAPs from TradingView into Bookmap. Are there any news on that? We have this TradingView plugin already. Yeah. I will test it. It's already here. We can already see its settings, configure add-ons. We call it TradingView input. Yeah. But there were some issues with the developer version, developer software version from Bookmap and our plugin. It only worked with one certain Bookmap version. Yeah, that was the problem. But it's already there. But we have not put it public yet because of this issue that everyone has a different version and it only worked. There was a big change in the coding. Honestly, I'm not a coder. I do not know how to explain that. But there were some certain issues in the developer field of the coding infrastructure, or how to say that. So, yeah, continue waiting here a little bit. No new trading opportunities. Okay. So let's see if we can catch a trade here. So give me one more market sweep to the downside and then Okay, now we can see the pullback here. It just happened before VWAP. It's like that. Ooh. So, do not forget to hit the like button here on YouTube. Yeah. So now let's see if we can get a sweep here. So let's see if we can get the last trade here. So come on. Yeah, let's see here. A little bit more. Come, give me. I like it when the market makes a sweep. Take my order and then running to the other side. Yeah, but not without me. So I give you a couple. So now let's see if we can get it now. Jumping here at my order. Okay, now we're in. So now pullback, a little bit more, so and out. Perfect. You see how easy trading is? Easy as that. Be patient, wait for your situation, and you're in and out within a couple of minutes, seconds. In at 20 seconds. Oh, 19. Out at 26 seconds. Yeah, this is the average trade that I have. That's my business. So, and then we quit now. I hope you enjoyed it, and you can give me a feedback. How often do you do YouTube bookmap sessions? Tom Quimby, I do that every Thursday on same time here on the bookmap channel. And we also trade every day in our trading community. It's called LIT Day Trading. Every day, market opening. On the calendar, you can see we are trading. We are recording everything. People getting payouts. And anyone who wants to join this can sign up here. It's $2.99 per year. And you can trade every day with me together. Very simple. And we are doing this every day. Every day, I think 90% of the time I'm profitable within 1 hour like now, then the day is over. Suman, what's your TP? 17 point. My take profit is 17 ticks, not points. This is always ticks, yeah, not points. And that always depends also on the volatility index. Ebo, thank you. And well, for our community member of LIT, we see each other in 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm taking a quick break and then we continue. Bye.